This is the Insta360 Ace Pro 2. It can take fantastic stills. And today we're gonna do a little comparison and see how it stacks up against a mirrorless camera. Spoiler alert, this is not a replacement for a mirrorless camera. This is a companion. And today I'm gonna tell you why. Let's go. Okay, so the first thing I wanna touch on is portability. This thing is compact. It slips into any pocket, whether it's your pants pocket or your shirt pocket, etc. You can take it out to a cafe, day trip, it doesn't matter. And if you're like me who uses a mirrorless camera for professional projects or photo shoots, etc., it means that if you took it out for a day, you'd have to think about your lenses, more bulk, which means ultimately more thinking. But with the Ace Pro 2, it cuts all of that away so that all you have to do is pull it out of your pocket, turn it on, and take your photo. The Ace Pro 2 takes up barely any space. It's great for a quick and spontaneous shot. There's a bonus also with the Ace Pro 2, which is the Leica color profiles. Leica has spent a bunch of time to get these profiles that are baked right into the image. And I think they're really beautiful. And if you want to take a closer look at those profiles, you can click on the video right here. The reason I like these profiles is because you can just pick one in camera, take your shot, and then you don't have to worry about post-processing. Whenever I take photos with my mirrorless, I usually shoot raw. And what that means is that I have to import it into Lightroom, mess around with the colors, and then export it. But with this guy, you don't have to do any of that. The profiles aren't just presets. Leica spent a serious amount of time on these, and each one has its own character. Okay, up next is the look. So if you shoot mirrorless cameras, you're probably used to that really nice bokeh background, especially when you're shooting portraits. You can't really achieve that with the Ace Pro 2, but that doesn't mean that this camera is not good for portraiture. The focal length is wide, so it's really great when you want to get more background in each shot. For me, I love juggling. I like those tight 50mm shots on my Sony and then hopping into the Insta360 for wider context. It's really nice for trying to tell a story. So my favorite thing to do is to take a few photos with my Sony and then switch over to my Insta to get multiple focal lengths. And then later, I'll decide which look I like best. With this method, I've gotten some really cool photos that I didn't necessarily expect. I like to think about Ace Pro 2 as my little wide angle friend. It captures almost everything right in front of you. One of the aspects that really shines with the Ace Pro 2 is architecture. It's really nice for getting all those curves and details and getting all those buildings to fill the frame. It's changed how I started thinking about street shooting, and I actually try and think about shooting things in a wider frame now. When I shoot with this thing, I find myself walking through alleys and courtyards and doorways that I wouldn't normally walk by. The wide angle makes you look up, so you can check out rooftops, archways, and things that you'd stop noticing when you shoot tight all the time. This thing genuinely sends you to different parts of the city. So you're not just shooting, you're exploring differently. And that's what I like about this thing. There's something about architecture through a wider lens that makes the world feel bigger, and I really love that. Okay, so the last thing I want to look at today is the low light performance of this little guy. So if you've ever taken photos from a mirrorless camera from the last 10 years, you know that the light performance is pretty awesome, especially if you pair it with something like a 1.8 or a 2.0. But because the Ace Pro is so small, it's perfect for capturing those moments when light is an issue and you can only pack something small in your pocket. I took this thing out at night a few times, and both the stills and the video both performed really well. We recently visited a little arcade here in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and the color and stabilization both held up really great. With just a little bit of a steady hand, you could capture some great footage. This is way easier than rigging up a bulky gimbal on a mirrorless camera. Having such a light camera in your hands means that you're not gonna get as tired and you're gonna be able to take more shots, which means you'll probably have more content, which is always a good thing. While the pure video was amazing, the stills were also really impressive. We got some really surprising shots here in low light. All right, so to wrap things up, I think of the Ace Pro 2 as a little pocket knife. It's got great stills, it's got those amazing Leica profiles that look fantastic, and it's also got wonderful low light video capabilities. While mirrorless cameras of today can have a lot of those results as well, it's really nice to have it in such a compact little package. It's portable, wide, it handles low light, and it's gonna save you a lot of time in post. In my opinion, this thing is not going to replace your mirrorless camera, but instead, it's gonna work really well when you pair them together and juggle between the two. It also can be inspiring and get you shots that you didn't necessarily think that you would get. And if you balance it just right, I think you're gonna be really pleased with the results. Thanks so much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.